So one of the other handy functions of Google Calendar is that you can create multiple calendars to show different events to kind of separate out what it is you're working on. You'll notice on the left-hand side it says My Calendars. And under My Calendars it lists all the calendars attributed to you. Of course, you have the one that's given to you with your Gmail address. Often it'll give you a birthdays one based off your contacts. And then also you have reminders that you can put in to just tell you, hey, don't forget something's due, or that you have a task to complete. One of the things you can do with this is you can turn calendars on and off simply by clicking on them. So if I click on BHS Digital Leadership, you'll notice that my birthday disappears because when I created that event, it was under that calendar. If I go under birthdays and I take that off, nothing goes away or appears because I don't have it in there right now. So I want to show you how to create another calendar that you can use to keep your stuff separate from your school stuff. I will tell you, if your teachers use Google Classroom, they will automatically create a calendar for you in Google Calendar because of that class. So I would wait to create a calendar for each class until you see if you're using Google Classroom. If your teacher is not using Google Classroom, you can create a calendar for that course and put in your own due dates and reminders about that course yourself here. So this is an excellent way to stay organized. You can have notifications pop up like you saw in the last video, send emails to yourself like we saw in the last video. It is a good tool to use to stay organized. So creating that new calendar, next to My Calendars you see a black arrow. When you click on it, it gives you the options to go into the settings or create a new calendar. We're going to click Create New Calendar. The screen changes to the Create New Calendar screen, and under calendar name I'm going to have you put the word personal. Now of course you can name this anything you wanted to. New calendars you can create your own name, up to you. It's going to stay under Bettendorf Schools since it's your school email. You can always add a description. You can even add a location if you want to remember where you're at. Not often used for the school stuff. The time zone is automatically set to Central Time, so you should be good. And you can share a calendar with others, either making it public, meaning people can find it if they search for you, or share it with the whole school district, which you probably don't need to do. Or you can share it to specific people down at the bottom by email. So say you have a team that you're putting together or a club and you're in charge of the calendar, you can make it and send it to everybody in your club one by one and change their permission to say, hey, you know what, you can see it only, but we're going to hide the details from you, or you can actually make changes and manage the sharing. So you have that option. But all you need to do is have personal, click Create Calendar, and after a second it'll load up here for you. On the left hand side you'll see that personal appears, and you now have a calendar to put things in. So when you go to create to make those events like we did in the last video, next to calendar it will say personal, so you can put it into that calendar instead of the school provided one. So now you know how to make extra calendars. You can label them differently, you can change the colors in the settings, that's up to you, but it's a great way to stay organized. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.